Today we're using a very different perspective because I need you to be able to see more of my body for the purpose of this self-care ritual for the 12 Days of Yule. I'm going to go through a simple Reiki meditation as a self-care ritual. So let's get started. For a little bit of context, Reiki is a practice from, at least the tradition I learned, from Japan, where it is the application of the laying on of hands, reaching for the source of light and truth and of healing to restore the life-giving energy of the body, to help promote physical healing to the best of our body's capabilities. Traditionally, this is done by those who have received either placements or ignitions, depending on which tradition you are a participant in, and they're kind of interchangeable. Essentially, those who have been initiated. But one of the fascinating things about Reiki is because it is universal life energy, anyone can access it. Anyone can reach for it and allow it to fill them. So, while if you wanted to do this for someone else rather than for yourself, you should go and receive at least Reiki 1. Traditionally, Reiki 1 is doing Reiki for yourself, Reiki 2 doing Reiki for others, and Reiki 3 or Master is to then teach, as in addition to practicing Reiki for additional people. This can be accomplished, this particular meditation, even if you have not received Reiki 1 training. So it is about focusing on the body, acknowledging what needs attention, and then allowing the source of light and truth, whichever word you choose to use for it, to put healing energy into you. So I'm going to have to take off my glasses for this one, at least for part of it, because the first position is to take the palms of your hands and lightly put them over your eyes. Do not put pressure. It's just taking a moment to focus and see, what am I feeling in my eyes? What am I feeling in my case, I can feel eye strain because I've been doing a lot on computers and not going outside enough. And so you'll just hold here until you feel the energy moving, until you feel a lightening of the pressure or a removal of blockages. And you'll sit there for, typically, I would do 30 seconds to a minute in each position. So after over the eyes, the second position is along the sides of the head, over your temples. This is for your ears. This is for the brain. This is for just checking in with this portion of your body. And I'm going through this much faster than I actually would if I were fully performing this for myself, because I am doing this as an example and so that you could then follow through on your own. Normally I would also put some sort of relaxing music on, but at the moment I couldn't find one of an appropriate length that felt appropriate, that I didn't have to spend a lot of money to get the rights to. So the third position is then the top of your head, the crown of your head, where you just focus on everything along the crown, the scalp, your hair, and the connection of the crown chakra. And you'll just hold and feel what you can feel. It's also okay to do this lying down instead of in a chair, if that is easier for holding your arms up. After the crown of your head is the back. Essentially what you're doing is you're finding the points that could have the most tension, the most stress. And you're acknowledging that it's there. Because once you acknowledge it, you can start to let go of it. After the back of the head, we go to the throat, where there's a whole bunch of lymph nodes. And again, you're not putting any pressure, you're not squeezing, you're just holding your hands on that position to acknowledge what your body is telling you. This also aligns with the throat chakra. Helps if you focus on what you have or have not said, things that need spoken or things that you've said that you wish you hadn't. From the throat, we then move to the shoulders. And traditionally, you don't want to cross your arms, but for some people, it's easier to cross your arms. So do what is physically comfortable for you. Focus on whatever might be a burden you've not acknowledged. Recognize it. This is not so much a solve all the problems. This is by acknowledging that it is something that exists, your spirit can then start working on it, even if you aren't consciously doing stuff. After the shoulders, on the chest, one hand over the other. This is accessing the heart chakra, your emotional center. Again, just hold in each position until you feel you have acknowledged that which your body is trying. After here, we then move to right where your ribs end. So that is right where your diaphragm is. So that's focusing on your stomach, your intestines, your digestive tract. And while you are doing this, try to focus on having healthy breathing, actually filling your lungs and expelling all the air from them. After you are done with your diaphragm, you move lower down to essentially where your hands are resting on your thighs, but still focused inward for the sacral chakra and reproductive organs, hips, all of that portion of your body. After a few moments there, move to the back, a little higher up. So this isn't like all the way down at your tailbone. This is your lower back. Focusing on what stress you might be holding there, or in my case, how bad my posture has been. After there, you might need to scoot a little forward in your chair, and you go down actually right on top of the tailbone. After the tailbone, we move to our thighs, palms facing down. Focus on our legs, specifically on the muscles in our thighs. We often store a phenomenal amount of stress in our legs if we are not grounding properly. From our thighs, we move to our knees. Often we find pain in our knees if we have been yielding our control to others who we don't feel we should, essentially bending the knee to those who are not worthy of our bending the knee to. And the last position after the knees is your feet. For me, because I'm not super flexible, I have to spread my legs a bit more to actually reach that far. And if you can't reach your feet entirely, it's okay to just put palms out and face your palms down towards your feet. It's just focusing and seeing, as I've said before, on on just grounding yourself, feeling the sensations of your body. And then, even though this isn't traditionally part of it, what I like to do is then, if I stand up, I'll be out of frame, but just kind of shake it out after. Do a full body wiggle, because you don't want to let the energy just kind of sit there. The goal here is to find the things that need acknowledged, acknowledge them, and let them flow, let them move. And so there is my self-care ritual, a simple Reiki meditation. Again, like I said, put on relaxing music, find some place that is comfortable. I tend to use a chair. You can also do it lying down. I've seen people who prefer to do it on the couch because of the different way that your body relaxes in the different positions. And that being said, walk in the light. Bye.